Well, the red heifer hasn't been sacrificed that I know of. Some of y'all may have heard more than I have, but they didn't sacrifice it. Israel hasn't launched an all-out war on Iran, or Iran hasn't launched an all-out war on Israel yet. But stay tuned to the end of the video here, and we'll tell you why we haven't put a video up in a week. Some of y'all may be having the same type of issues. I don't know. But the red heifer, somebody picked up on it on YouTube and started running with it, and then it went viral, right? Just crazy. It was going all over social media. From what I'm understanding, it hasn't happened yet. They didn't sacrifice it. They were supposed to sacrifice it, up till the 28th, I believe, but it never happened that we know of. Now, it could have happened, and we just don't know. Israel and Iran kind of calmed down over there a little bit. Of course, they're still, talking like they always talk. It just goes to show you a lot of things that you hear that's going to happen. This is going to happen, that's going to happen. They usually don't happen, right? But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be prepared for them to happen, right? The only thing we can do if something happens worldwide is to react to it. We can't prevent something from happening in Israel. We can't prevent something from happening in the state next to us, right? Something happens, it happens, and we have to be in a position where we're able to sit there and react to it calmly. What I mean by that is you've got your preps, you've got everything put up, you're ready to go the best to your ability. Are you going to be able to have everything that you should need? More than likely, no. But at least food, water, shelter, and protection, right? Ways to filter water and ways to cook. That's the most important things you can do. Terrible tornadoes, tornadoes over the weekend. A lot of places got tore up. Luckily, here in our area this year, we haven't had very many tornadoes. We've had none in my area and a few small ones in the state here in Alabama. We had our big tornado outbreak 13, 14 years ago. Them things are bad when they get rolling. So, weather, you got to be prepared for weather, right? Storm shelter. If you live in an area where tornadoes come, you need some form of storm shelter. If I lived out where they were F5 tornadoes, I would prefer to be underground. But they do have shelters now that you can put above ground that they claim can take hits like that. So I don't know, never seen one, and don't know. If one of them above grounds can take a hit, they probably can. But I would prefer to be underground. I hope, that weather's over with. It's terrible that it happened, but we may have more bad weather like that come through again. We're in tornado season. Here now, our tornado season, from what I'm understanding, when I was growing up, our tornado season was pretty much March, April through June. But now they've backed us up into the fall. Our tornado season starts in the fall here in Alabama, which we have had tornadoes, during the winter. Don't get me wrong, but we have about a 6-month tornado season here. We've had some big ones, but that getting tore up there, that's a bad deal what happened up there. I hope everybody come through it safe. I know a lot of people was injured and they've lost everything they own, right? It just goes to show you can be prepared to the best of your ability, and you're still going to face some challenges. But the red heifer, from what I understand, they haven't sacrificed it yet. I think a YouTuber or somebody picked up on it, or an influencer, the word I'm trying to say, picked up on it, and it just blew up in a big deal, right? Of course, I think it would have been televised if they did do it, but we don't know. But Israel and Iran, that Israel attack Iran that happened a couple weeks ago, one of the videos we made on it made no sense, right? Iran didn't retaliate. I mean, our wars nowadays is where we tell you when and where we're going to hit you and what we're going to send towards you, their coordinates, their payload capacities. That way you can shoot them down, right? But eventually somebody's not going to play alone and it's going to blow up in something big. You still got Ukraine and Russia going back and forth, right? And what does that mean for me and you? Nothing much here as far as physically, but guess what it does mean? More money, more tax money getting sent over there. They make all these spending packages to send to Iran, to Israel, but yet they fought over $600 for the American citizens. They can't build the wall because there's not enough money, but they can make enough money or print enough money to send these other countries. I mean, they should show you right there. They don't really care about the United States citizens. They don't. They need to help the citizens, not just these people over here. No, all of America needs help right now. All of America needs help. Our infrastructure's falling apart. You know, our power grids, they keep telling us, are falling apart. All that stuff needs fixed, but yet they just don't have the money, right? But somehow they can always come up with billions and billions of dollars to send to another country. You know, that's none of our business. Somebody's going to say, well, we signed an agreement where we have to defend them, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. There's more countries in the world that can be supporting them instead of the United States always footing the bill. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. All right, update on why we hadn't made a video in a week. Most of you, I'm just like a lot of y'all, I think. Y'all may be wrong. Everybody's stressed out right now, right? Just constantly stressed over stuff. You know, my problem is I have been stressed for so many years, I don't recognize when I'm stressed. It's just a normal day for me, right? You know, it's normal. My blood pressure's up. You know, you get headaches and things. It's normal because I've lived through stress so much ever since I lost everything a couple years ago. You know, it's just a normal day to me, right? Well, last week I started having these dagburn pains in my jaw. It was up my neck, around my ear, and in my jaw. Couldn't figure out what it was. Went to bed, woke up the next morning, my jaw was locked down. Locked down, couldn't hardly open my mouth. What it's from is gritting my teeth. Like most people, I don't, you know, I'm sure you're stressed. Some people may not grit their teeth. Some people may bite their fingernails. But I grit my teeth. I've caught myself doing it over the years and tell myself, you know, quit gritting your teeth. I even have a mouthpiece that I bought from Walmart for when I need it, you know, because some days I grit my teeth really bad and it hurts my teeth. This time it locked my jaw down. Some of y'all may have heard in some of the last videos I made a week ago, I was real slobbery. I had a lot of spit in my mouth. That was getting ready to lock down. So, you know, I'm so used to living in stress all the time that I don't realize what it's doing, right? But it locked down on me. It's still sore today. I mean, it hurts to touch. It's something like a TMJ is what they call it, temporal joint, something up in there from gritting your teeth. It makes you feel like you got an earache. This part of your ear right here. I don't know what that's called, but that hurts to touch. It hurts all in this joint up through here. You remember me telling y'all I kept feeling like I had a sinus headache a while back, but I didn't have no sinus issues? It's from this. When I grit my teeth, all these nerves in here get to firing and everything, and it finally got to the point where it locked down on me. And it was very painful, very painful. It took me about 2 days to get where I could move my mouth a little bit, and then I started, you know, like, this hurts. You know, even laying your head on that side right there, if you put pressure on your jaw, it hurt. So it's from stress. I'm sure a lot of y'all are stressed right now. And the problem with stress is, if you're like me, you're stressed so much for so long, it becomes a normal day-to-day routine, right? You wake up stressed, you go to bed stressed. And you don't really realize that you're stressed. Does that make any sense? You're so used to it that it just feels normal, right? And then your body one day is like, hey, you know, you need to ease up on this stress here. And what mine did, it locked me down, right? Could that be what's causing all my shoulders and it? I don't know. I don't know. But that's why we didn't get a video up. My jaw, I wouldn't call it locked jaw, but I couldn't hardly open my mouth. Excuse me. I couldn't hardly open my mouth, and it hurt to move it, and it hurt just sitting here made your head hurt. It's crazy. If any of y'all ever have that issue, TMJ, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that's why we didn't get a video up last week. I kept posting shorts because there wasn't nothing really going on in the world. Let's talk about the protests a minute. All these protests are going on. Excuse me. All these protests that are going on, they're framing them as they're Hamas supporters, they're terrorist supporters. If they had come out and been protesting about sending billions of dollars to fight these wars, more people would be on their side. Now, my theory on it, we shouldn't even be over there. Some of you are going to say, yes, we should. We shouldn't even be over there. We shouldn't. And that's my thoughts on that. Should they be allowed to protest? One thing I want to make very clear is look at their protest and look at the protest a couple of months, years ago, the peaceful protests. Look what those were doing, and look what these peaceful protests are doing. totally different ball game there, right? They let these other people run wild, arresting these people left and right. You know, it's just the society we live in now. Everybody's off the rocker pretty much. Everybody's stressed. People don't realize they're stressed. You know, it's just the new normal is this craziness. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person who can do it. Stay safe. Keep prepping. We're going to get back on our videos. I'm sorry about last week, but when the jaw locked down, that was it. I was like, So, what do y'all think about the protest? I mean, seriously, what do y'all think about these protests? Do you think they're pro-Hamas or are they pro-Palestine? What's your thoughts on this whole video? We covered a bunch of stuff. Most of you still not watching it this long, I know. But if you are watching it, give me some comments on this and try to share these videos. Our views are fell off like crazy again. Let me know your thoughts. Stay safe. Keep prepping.